So I put the headliner in and use 100% silicone. Wipe that off, put the sunroof in, and then I need to cut and buff that, and I need to cut and buff I think you can see it right there where my, like I showed you, my suit touched. Cut and buff that. Then I'll send this out, and then probably tomorrow I'll start taking this apart. I'm going to try to save this right here, and because I don't really know how to make this piece right here. This is pretty deteriorated, so I'll probably take, I don't know how it's going to work, because I won't know until the car gets in here, because it looks like it's got a, now that I look at it, it's got a curve. That is not going to be so easy to just make out of paneling or masonite board or anything like that. It's the gentleman, Jack, that commercial break, that bought my dad's, deceased dad's 38 Pontiac, which was willed to me, but anyway, I knew I didn't have time, and I took the Cadillac instead. But anyway, because when somebody had worked on the 38 Pontiac, they did some things that I'll show you that really isn't nice. But my friend of mine told me that really should let that car go. So anyway, my mom got the money for it. But anyway, it's odd that the 38 Pontiac is back. What's my point? I don't even know anymore, to tell you the truth. I don't even know what my point was. Oh, that I'll bring it in here, and that Jack, I told Jack that I'm not a reupholsterer. I've done some, but you know, I'm not even remotely close to being professional. I mean, I've never done seats or anything, and this job doesn't include seats, but this includes door panels and stuff, and I don't really know how to do it. I'll wing it. This is what I've learned the last couple of days. Might sound stupid, might sound a lot of things. And I've said it before, and I didn't heed my own words, that I need to enjoy every minute here on earth like it's my last. Because if I'm not enjoying it, then I need to change what I'm doing. My old philosophy was I just work, because that's what I did. I'm not saying that I'm not going to work, but I'm going to slow down. It's not a game. It's not a rush. It's my life, and I've been wasting it just by working it away. And I'm not saying working is a waste. I'm just saying, in my eyes, what I've done with my life, I wish I could go back and make changes how I spent my time, but I can't. But I can change the future, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to enjoy every moment of every second of every day and be grateful. And that's something that I don't think I've ever done in my life. It's funny, because I used to say I didn't even know what happiness is. Even if it was in front of my face, I didn't know what it was, because maybe I didn't take the time to see what was in front of my face. Maybe I was just in such a hurry. I really don't know what it is. Maybe I took this garage, the toys, the gifts that God had given me for granted. I really don't know. But I've learned a lesson that I don't like the results that I was getting. I always thought that if I worked really hard, I'd get to a point that I would just like someday retire. And what I mean by retire is that there would be nothing left to do. But I always make it that there's something to do. Anyway, my point being is get this Pontiac done, and I'm going to try to enjoy it as much as possible. I'm sure it's going to be a little frustrating, but I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to be grateful, and don't take it wrong, I'm going to be proud that the man has enough confidence in me to do interior, even though I'm not an interior guy. And then after that, it's time to work on the chop. That is my goal, and my only goal this winter. I'm not taking any more work in. It isn't what I want. It isn't what's gonna, I don't know how to say it. The chop has been tore apart for so long that I've had a cover on it and it's been invisible. And I used to always fix and finish the cars that were I least liked, because I knew if I didn't do those first, I would never do them. That was a good philosophy. Now I realize my lifespan is short. I'm 52. I got some good years left in me. And it's not about money. It's not about a lot of things. It's about self. It's not about being selfish. It's about what do you really want. And right now, the only thing I know that I really want to complete is my chop. That's all I want to do, and that's all I'm going to focus on. Everything else can fall by the wayside. It's just, I don't know why I put it off for so long. The time is now, because I have the time. And I do have the finance from doing these 2 jobs. Even though I didn't need the money to complete the chopper. I just felt, no, I worried that I didn't have the money. I worry that I'm going to be broke. That's just bullshit. I was telling myself false information, and I was believing it for the longest time. And it's time for me to change my thought pattern and how I think and how I feel. The past is the past, and I can't do nothing about it. And I'm sure we all would like to go back, but we can't. Some of us dwell on the past because it's all we know, and you could say that we fear the future because we don't know what's going to happen. I've been in those shoes. I played that role. I'm not playing that role no more. I have choices. I have a choice every day. And I'm going to try to make better choices than I did, because ultimately, the choices that I make, good or bad, there is going to be repercussion from it. And I want the repercussion to be good. I want it to be good results. That's what I think today. And every day I'm going to try to grow. Because in the past I've been a very negative man. And when you feel negative about yourself, I believe you will throw that negativity out at society, and society is going to react negative to you. I can't control society. I can control me. I can control that when a person offends me, that I just need to walk away and not believe that. It's kind of like this. If somebody says I'm a thief, I know I'm not a thief, so I don't believe it. Used to be if somebody said something negative about me, I would kind of take it and hold it and analyze it and actually fucking believe it, regardless if it was true or false. I'm not going to do that no more. I have my faults. but I have some good in me too. And if you're gonna steadily ridicule yourself down, I think that's where all my depression came from. Because I just had a tape in my head saying just negative things over and over. That it's always going to be the same. It's always going to be the same. No, it's not. Life is never always the same. I have a choice to change it. And that's what I'm trying to do. And that's what I'm going to do. I want to be the best person I can for my family, my friends, my kids, my future grandbabies, and last but not least, me. Because if I don't feel good about myself somehow, some way, I'm really going to bring everybody else down. And that's not fair to them, and it's not fair to me. And I've lived that way for the longest time. In the last few events in my life, good or bad, have made me wake up. You don't know why things happen. Sometimes you have no control, but you do have a choice. And I choose to make positive out of it. I can't control what the world throws at me, but I can choose to duck from what they throw at me and not believe it. I think this has been the end of the day's broadcast. Maybe you don't like this side of the Thomy Schuuu. Some people didn't like the other side of Thomy Schuuu either. It's just me. Enjoy your evening.